Hey, welcome back. Ron's Wood Turning. I just got back from a chili cook-off, and wow, there's some good ones, but there were some bad ones. But I got a piece of oak, and it's been drying for a while. It's going to be really hard. You know, I mean, oak doesn't have a whole lot of character to it, so I'm going to doctor this one up a little bit. Hadn't figured out how. First I just want to make it into, you know, bowl. But I need some color. I might do some cutting on it. I don't know. I'm just going to play it by ear to see where it takes me. Like I said, it's oak. Not a lot of character. But we're going to make it work. So y'all stick with me, and be right back. So I'm going to worm screw this one, and I want to find the center. And I know it's not round, but these things work even when it's not round, as if you draw enough lines on there. I need to get one of them cool ones that guy in England makes, but I will sometime. If you draw enough lines, you're going to find the center, or pretty close. So I got a bunch of junctions right here, so I'm going to call that the center. And I'm going to drill it out and put my worm screw in there. Alright, so this is 5/16, and I put a piece of tape because I don't really need to go any deeper than that to fit my worm screw. And I'm just going to drill it. Okay. And you'll notice I got my big jaws on here. I like these. And that's going to fit in there well. And I'll keep my tailstock up as long as I can. So I'm going to lock it down and screw it on. And I know some guys that turn their lathe on to do this, but I don't. It's not safe, in my opinion. But who am I? And once you get it started, it's easy anyway. Tighten it up. Yep. I have to rethink this because it's slipping. Alright, I got it. I just had to tighten it a little bit more. And now seems to be pretty balanced. I don't know how fast I can turn it. Probably no more than 500 on this lightweight lathe. But I'm going to give it a bowl shape. And while I'm doing that, I'll be thinking about what I want to do next. Okay, it's on there. It's tight. It ain't coming off. Chuck's tight. Everything's tight. Now, let's see how fast I can turn it. Start off at 100. 200, 300, 400, starting to wiggle, 500, 600. You know what, I can live with 600, so let's call it 600. Well, I was doing some practicing just to see how easy it would cut, and when I'm using this carbide cutter wheel, if I don't put a lot of pressure on it and just take my time, it just shaves off pretty good. Now it's going to have some tear outs, so I'll have to do some scraping with the bowl gouge later, but right now, just to rough it out, this thing is eating it up pretty good, so it shouldn't take that long to get it bowl shaped. I'll show some of that, and then we'll go from there. Then I got to put a tin in, fit that big chuck. Okay, so it's eating it pretty quick, but I'm noticing something about the profile so far that I may be able to leave this bark on here and here to give this bowl a little character, because there ain't much here, and I think if I leave some of that on there, I'm going to have a better finished product. Because if you look at it from the side, I only got to come in about right here and go up, and that's going to leave some bark. So I'm going to leave the bark if I can. If it gets too rowdy, I'll cut it off. But right now I think I can have some bark on there, and then I'm going to work on that tinning. I'm going to put a big tinning on there. So let me get going again. Alright. Well, it's round and I got bark. I'm going to leave that. It ain't coming off, especially if I saturate it with wood hardener. And I'm going to scrape it real good, and I still got to finish. I got to measure that, cut a tendon right here, make the back flat. But that's kind of the shape. This is going to be a bowl. Just going to make it pretty with some kind of embellishment. But that's what I'm going to do. Alright, that's the diameter I'm looking for the tenon. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to shave all this off. I'm going to come in here and make a tenon. It'll be a big one, but I don't care. I like it. I like big tenons. Well, it worked out. I get to keep the bark. And I'll put some wood hardener on here and a little bit in here, and I'll keep that line going. And I got just a tiny bit of tear out. That'll sand out pretty easy. I'll power sand it from here. So let me power sand it and I will be back. Alright, so I kind of got a plan. I'm going to fill all these voids with gold. Like right in here, a little bit in here, a little bit up here. And I got some lines in here. So I'm going to mix up some epoxy with some gold powder. And I'm going to smear it on here. And then when I finish it back off, it's going to leave the gold inlay all up in these little cracks. I think it's just going to stick out really good like a sore thumb. Not in a bad way, but be different. Otherwise it's just going to be a wood bowl made out of oak. So let me get started on that. Okay, so I got my scale out. And I got my Alumilite, and I got some turquoise powder, and I'm going to mix up just a little bit of it, equal weight, A and B. Mix in that powder until I get me a pretty thick paste, and then I'm going to go put it on that bowl and fill up all the cracks. Now I normally use epoxy, but this stuff dries pretty hard, and I think it'll work if I wait as long as I can. When it starts getting hot, I think it's time to put it on there, because then it's starting to thicken up. And then I'll hit it with my Mac torch just from a distance, and that ought to make the bubbles come out. I don't know, I may screw it all up, but we're going to see what happens. So I know this stuff might run a little bit, so I'm going to make a dam with some tape. And hopefully I can capture it. Perfect. That's going to be okay. That's going to be okay. This is the one I'm worried about because it's going to go downhill. So we'll see. Okay, so I made a better dam for this side, and I went ahead and put some powder in there. And I haven't put no resin yet. I just wanted to kind of get some down in there, and I'm still mixing. It's been about 5 minutes. It's starting to get warm, but I gotta wait till the last second before I put it on there, and then hit it real quick with a torch to make the bubbles come out. I don't know, it might work, might not, we'll find out. Well, now it's the slow, tedious process of turning it until I can't see nothing move. And it's getting better by the second. It's gonna be a while though. Alright, so I'll let this resin harden up all night, and it's very hard. And now I'm going to shave it off real careful, like using my face shield, because this stuff's like glass and it's going to be flying through the air. So let me get set up. Okay, so this ain't working out like I thought it would. I'm gonna lose this bark probably, because I just can't get past this hump to get these two parts right here. I got a little inlay here, yeah. I got a little bit here, yeah. I think I'm just gonna go for the bowl. Peel off that bark. Call it a, you know, live and learn moment. But I can still make it look good. I just won't be able to do the inlay like I wanted to. Oh well. We'll work on another idea. Alright, I'm happy with it. It's smooth and it's in there, and it's not gaudy looking, but it's there. So I'm going to hit it with a little Yorkshire grit, in case y'all are wondering. That's about 3 coats. Yeah, probably going to take a couple more, but I'm going to go ahead and flip it around. Hollow it out. Alright, so I got a little character in here after all. I'll just leave it like it is. But I got to sand it, and I burned a line around the rim. And, hell, it ain't looking half bad. So, let me do some sanding. Well, that's shined up pretty good. So I'm going to put it on the lawnmower chuck, cut the back off. Okay, I'm glad y'all stuck with me. I finished it up and I'm happy with it. It's subtle. You can see a little bit of the inlay, and a little bit of the bark, a little bit over there. I finished the bottom up good. The inside kind of surprised me a little bit because it had some character I didn't know was there. But all in all, it's a nice sized little bowl, about 7.5 by about 3.5 deep. So, like and subscribe. Now, I'm glad y'all stopped in, and I really appreciate all of you guys that have subscribed to me. I'm hoping I get better and better and better as I go, and y'all have a great day.